This segment of Bridge Street is sponsored by Isaac Heating and AP Plumbing.
Well, the heat is sweeping over central New York, but that isn't the only news heating up in the AC and plumbing spaces.
AP Plumbing and Isaac Heating are joining forces here to tell us more about that merger and share some household tips as well. We have Chris Payne and Tyler Falcone. Welcome to Bridge Street.
Well, thanks for having us. This is great to be here.
All right, Chris, we're going to begin with you. Tell us more behind this meeting of the powerhouses.
Yeah, so, it's going to have two experts in their fields. You have AP Plumbing that's been around for 40 years, Isaac that's been around for 80 years, 120 years combined experience under one roof, and really taking advantage of that, along with the great customer base of each company. So it's going to be a great partnership.
Tyler, what about why is this merger going to be such a good?
The merger is pretty important because it's bringing two companies that are both experts under one roof. Not only can we handle your heating and air conditioning, we can also take care of your plumbing, which all households in central New York and the world have. So so it makes it easier for not only the customer but also the companies.
And I imagined the customers now, they're going to get a more streamlined experience. How important that is it for you two companies?
Yeah, it's really two companies that have trained their employees well to take care of those customers. And it's going to be, streamlined service throughout. We're going to use that leverage between the two companies to make better purchasing powers, so it's better pricing for our customers too.
How important is it to get out ahead and look for preventative
So preventative maintenance, not only in plumbing, but in HVAC is extremely important, especially moving into this heat wave that central New York has coming in. Basic things that homeowners can check, make sure your filters are clean, make sure that your batteries are fresh in your thermostats as well. But also too, just take a quick walk around outside, make sure that there's no branches or leaves or anything stuck to your condenser. And as it gets hot, in the wintertime, the sun is your friend. But unfortunately, in the summer, the sunlight is not our friend. So keep your drapes closed and set it and leave it alone. If you set it to 70, don't think dropping it to 65 is going to consistently drop the temperature fast, because it's only cooling it at a constant temperature.
And if you have the doors and windows closed because you're cranking that AC, air quality can be a little bit of concern, right?
Yeah. So air quality, especially in the summertime, is of high importance. Some homeowners have the simple 1-inch filters. You can go up in MERV rating. You can do a 13, 14, 15. Or, if you don't want to change your filter, you can go to like a UV light or something like that to help with indoor air quality as well.
These two names have been around the community, as you mentioned, for 120 years combined.
That's right. Yeah.
What about the philosophy behind the two companies, and talk about how that's going to mesh?
The biggest thing is those two companies, before they came together, had the same philosophy: take care of their employees to take care of their customers. Simple as that. We want to drive that customer experience above and beyond what other companies drive. That's really where we want to be, is that premier customer service. And that's the philosophy. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. What should people be looking for on the plumbing side of things as we creep into these summer months?
Yeah, that's a great question. In the summer months, the biggest thing we do is we're outside all the time, so we're not really looking at our plumbing. I don't know too many people that go down to their basement and sightsee, right? Yeah. So they go down, they take a look at things. Okay, well, let's have a professional come in and take a look at it. What we see often is that couple $100 repair turns into thousands. Insurance claims, for all these, the power of water is amazing. It could change the house very quickly with these leaks. So take care of it. You can prevent that major catastrophe from happening. Just have somebody come and take a look at it. That's it.
All right, we have a special deal for Bridge Street viewers as well.
Yeah, that's right. For AP Plumbing, we're going to do $300 off that water heater purchase. That's going to be a great thing. And then, off that central air conditioning, which we just talked about, is going to be a heat wave. Call us now. Don't wait till those days. You're going to get $500 off of that next air conditioning system, which are great values. The biggest thing we want to do is drive long-term customer interaction, and we're not here for the quick buck.
I'm not in your guys' marketing department, but I commercials. I have them ideas.
Yes, right.
The Avengers coming together. There can be a lot of things.
I'm digging it. As long as I can be like Captain America, that'd be cool.
There you go. We'll find the suit. We appreciate you guys stopping by Bridge Street this morning.
You guys are great. Thanks.
Don't forget, Bridge Street viewers, you can get those special deals. More information will be on our website after the show, or you can just head to isaacheating.com and applumbing.com to find out more information.